You meet someone, and suddenly, everything feels right. The conversations never end. The late night calls feel magical. You start imagining a future together. But then, slowly, something changes. The calls become shorter. The effort becomes one-sided. And one day, it all falls apart. So the real question is, why do relationships fail? Today, we're talking about something almost everyone has experienced, but very few truly understand. Relationships don't just end overnight. They fade. Slowly, silently, painfully. And if you don't understand why, you'll keep repeating the same story with different people. One of the biggest reasons relationships fail is silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the kind where you stop saying what you feel. You get hurt, but you stay quiet. You feel ignored, but you don't speak up. You expect them to understand without ever explaining. And slowly, misunderstandings grow. Unspoken feelings turn into distance. At the beginning, everything feels perfect, but that's not reality. That's just the highlight version of people. We expect constant attention, endless love, zero mistakes. But real people aren't perfect. And when expectations don't match reality, disappointment begins. Not because love ended, but because expectations were unrealistic. Another reason is lack of effort. Love doesn't suddenly disappear. It fades when effort disappears. When good morning texts stop. When checking in becomes rare. When making time feels like a burden. A relationship survives on consistency, not just emotions. Feelings can start a relationship, but effort is what keeps it alive. Then comes taking each other for granted. At first, you appreciate everything. Their time, their presence, their love. But over time, you assume they'll always be there. So you stop trying. And that's where things start to break. Because nothing hurts more than feeling unappreciated. Trust is another fragile piece. Once it's broken, it's never the same again. Doubts start to grow. Overthinking takes over. Small things turn into big problems. And even if both people stay, the relationship no longer feels safe. Sometimes relationships fail without cheating, without lies, without anything dramatic. People just change. Their goals change. Their priorities change. Their mindset changes. And suddenly, they're no longer the same two people. And that's one of the hardest truths. Sometimes love alone is not enough. Ego also plays a dangerous role. I won't text first. Why should I apologize? They should fix it. These small thoughts create big distance. When winning becomes more important than understanding, the relationship starts losing. Another hidden reason is lack of emotional maturity. Love is not just a feeling. It's a responsibility. It needs patience. It needs understanding. It needs control over emotions. But many people react instead of communicate, blame instead of understand, and that turns love into constant conflict. Social media also adds pressure. You see perfect couples everywhere, romantic posts, happy moments, beautiful pictures, and you start comparing, but you're only seeing the highlights, not the struggles behind them. Comparison creates dissatisfaction, even in a healthy relationship. And finally, one of the most important truths, a relationship isn't just about falling in love once. It's about choosing each other every single day, even when it's hard, even when you're tired, even when things aren't perfect. Because love is not just something you feel, it's something you choose. So why do relationships fail? Not because of one big reason, but because of small things repeated over time. Silence instead of communication, ego instead of understanding, neglect instead of effort. But here's the good part. If small things can break a relationship, small things can also save it. A simple message, a genuine apology, a little effort. Sometimes, that's all it takes.